And welcome back again to the channel. There's this thing I read that said a team is not a group of people who work together, but a group of people you can trust. Can you really say that that's like the reality of the work sectors in Nigeria?
Well, you can definitely have, of course, you can't make a generalized assumption for most companies, right? But of course, everyone wants to work in an environment where they have a team that is independent, right? But I think another thing too is, as much as possible in the team, when it comes to work, be more focused on what you can do, the value you bring, and less focused on building, that kind of team. If it happens, fine. If it doesn't happen, hey, tomorrow you can be with A, B, C, and tomorrow you can be somewhere else, and you can be somewhere else. So enjoy the work, bring value. If you're lucky to have a work culture that allows building of teams, fine, lucky you. But for most people, they may find themselves in organizations where that is not even something. Everybody is just for himself or herself. You're having office politics. This one is plotting to push that one down, to demote that one so they can take their place. So depending on what environment you find yourself, you can always tailor your expectations, but always focus on the value you bring, right? And then if you're lucky to have a good team, fine. But if you're not, for most organizations in Nigeria, I can't really make that generalization, right? Because in some organizations they have very good working culture, but in some they don't. So yeah.
So how do you handle or go around you functioning better, in an organization that the boss is very abusive?
Well, abusive, leave. That's just the truth. Yeah. So you shouldn't stay in an abusive environment, whether it's a work environment or even maybe domestic environment. There's no reason to stay in a place where somebody's abusive, because it demeans you as a person. If you're not careful, you lose your self-worth. You understand, when you stay in such a place. So there's no reason why. Unfortunately, of course, in one developed societies, you have probably ways to take care of things like that, maybe report them or things like that. Even Nigeria, for example, people begin to do that. Maybe they talk to journalists and then journalists write stories, and that begins to bring behavioral change. But at the end of the day, if there's you work in an environment where you're being abused, whether it's vocally or physically or whatever, you just leave. You cannot stay there. That's just my recommendation. Except if there's a way to probably bring about behavioral change, and then you still want to stay there because you love what you do or for whatever reason. But if you don't have those avenues, the best thing is to do.
Yeah. So when you are wrongly terminated from work, how do you go about seeking justice? And maybe the wrongful termination, you were not even paid at home, or you were even given like peanuts. How do you go about such?
Well, so wrongful termination, of course, will depend on the contract, right? So the contract, the employment contract. So if there's an employment contract, you can decide to say you want to fully legally, right? And that hopefully, another big challenge we have here in this part of the world is most people don't also believe that, the judiciary is bad, so because of that, even when they are wrong, they don't take people to law. The reason why Western societies work is simply because people actually use the courts. You understand? And a lot of times, that helps to now begin to bring behavioral change, So in this part of the world, that is not really the case. So most people, even if it happens, they just say, they did not treat me well, and then they move on, and then it continues. The cycle continues. So if there's an employment contract, of course, you can always appeal. If it's a structured organization, there's always a way probably to appeal and say, I was wrongly this, that, and maybe they, look into that. But if there is no structure, then maybe it's just you're probably on your own, and then the only option you may have is either maybe take them to maybe a tribunal, if there's a work tribunal, or employee tribunal, where you can report a certain company and things like that. That's just usually the aside that, probably can just move on.
So, thank you for answering the question. So, I have seen or heard of, friends that will tell me stories as to where bosses start to demand certain things that they are not supposed to demand. You sleeping with them or you sleep with them. I've seen even law firms that you see women on top, they have to sleep with A and B to get to the top. Like how there's so much intimidation, in the work sector right now, whereby if you can't beat them, you join them. Like how do you go about all those kind of things?
Well, I think it's unfortunate, that you have that really happening, whether it's in Nigeria or of course, that stems from the fact that you have people who are morally bankrupt. That's just so it's moral bankruptcy. So, and that's why you have a prevalence of those. The truth about it is, well, if and the thing is this: people leverage the economic situation of most people, right, to try to do things like that. And because they feel, this person is now economically advantaged, so I can decide if you don't want to do this, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to do. But then, if you have self-worth, if you know your value, right, you can always stand up to things, to those type of things. And then, if for example, another thing is, of course, people, for example, talk to reporters. Old reporters maybe write stories about the experiences, because those are the ways, for example, to begin to bring checks and balances, to people who are actually doing things like that. And then, of course, some people, of course, will even go to the extent of trying to record those things so that they can actually have proofs that these were the things that conversations they had, these were what this person was saying. So things like that begins to help check, those kind of behaviors. And then I think another thing is the general fact that in our own society in Nigeria, for example, we don't actually have strong legal systems, where people can actually report things like that and actually get injunctions against people like that, or really get penalties, against behaviors like that. I think that also continues to fuel those kind of behaviors. But if you as a person, your worth, you understand, and then you have value for yourself, you understand, no matter what it is, as long as that it's not something that aligns, of course, with morality, your values, and all of that, you don't give room to it, no matter who the person is. That's the truth. So even if you don't have the opportunity today, tomorrow you can actually have a great opportunity. And you look back and you're like, you're even thanking God that you can actually give it to whatever pressure.
That's if you not giving it, but like even in very dicey and very difficult now, report those kind of things. So, I think that would be all. I don't want this video to be too long. And guys, I would also like to let you know that he's into music. Yes, and this place looks so beautiful. So if you have anything to record, or you have any project and it's something that's musically inclined, move on to Paruto Group. And thank you so much for all
music.
Music. Oh, okay. Music. Sorry.
Paruto Music is part of Paruto Group.